Gemini, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below, and it will talk about the significance of the spread, as well as the placement of each individual card. Here we go. Gemini, you are hoping to leave a portion of your past behind. Okay? There's something that happened that it's like a mistake that you made where you didn't think of the consequences. And you just want to accept that what happened has happened and what's done is done, and you want to move on from it. So you're hoping to make peace with yourself regarding this particular situation. You fear that you will constantly make decisions out of the fear of this happening again, and that you'll never really be able to let go of the guilt that you have regarding whatever this mistake was. So you fear that you will run right back into the same problem because you can't let go of it. So clearly this one particular thing is on your mind like nobody's business. The reality of the situation is that you are creating a better space to manage your resources because of it. So it feels like you learned a lesson here, and that you now have a better understanding of which way to go in order to avoid it. In which case, I want to say, if you're thinking about this particular thing that hard and you're really recognizing the lessons that you learned, then chances are you won't continue to make that same mistake unless you're operating in autopilot. So just be conscientious of what it is that you're dealing with on a regular basis. Take into consideration this one mistake that you're making peace with, and just be conscientious of it. And as long as you don't go into autopilot, you won't fall back into that old habit. If you keep focusing on the fear of making that mistake again and not letting go, you won't be able to let go. You'll be distracted, you'll be in autopilot, boom, you'll trip and fall on your face. I see. It's not just as easy as you because this involved other people. I see. So this is the key to it here. This wasn't a mistake that you made by yourself. This was a mistake that you made in an act of group thinking, okay? Because nobody was looking at the big picture. Nobody was strategizing. Everybody was working in autopilot, and it feels like this mistake happened out of carelessness, not out of a choice. Like it just kind of, something was missed, all right? And a lot of people paid a consequence for that. Now you don't want to make that mistake again. You don't want the group to make that mistake again. So you're trying to learn how to get the recipe to ensure that this mistake doesn't happen again, and you're taking everything on your shoulders. And that's exactly the problem. That's exactly the problem. Gemini, you often feel like you are solely responsible for everything, even when it's happening in a group environment. And that's what I'm getting here. So the conscientiousness that you have to really look out for in order to make sure that these things don't happen again is that you are not solely responsible for this group's actions. So as the group does a particular thing, if you need to be the one to communicate to that group, if you actually see what's going to happen, you do have a responsibility to open your mouth and say something. But if you don't see it and nobody else sees it, then it can't be all your fault. That's what we're dealing with here, Geminis. We're dealing with guilt. So my question is, with this reality, are you looking to have the recipe not to carry the guilt? Or are you looking to find that inner voice to speak out to the group so the same mistake doesn't continue to happen over and over? Why can't it be both? Why can't you learn two lessons from the same problem? Missed opportunities and lack of communication. What did I just say? One, Gemini, one, you are not responsible for the actions of an entire group. Two, Being conscientious of your general actions and not running on autopilot will stop this mistake from happening again. And three, you can really only hold yourself responsible for not saying something if you actually saw it coming. That's those are three really important lessons. Write them down. Gemini, I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I will see you next time.